have to say this, and I'll sit down. Back during slavery, when black people like me talked to the slaves, they didn't kill him. They'd send some old house Negro along behind him to undo what he said. You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master. Good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" He was as sick as the master. When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes. They ate the worst food. And they caught hell. They felt the sting of the lash. They hated their master. Oh, yes, they did. If the master got sick, they prayed that the master died. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two. And today you still have house Negroes and field Negroes.
All right, you know what time it is. It is time for a motherfucking blog. So, yo, do you think currently in the rap game that we have house niggas and field niggas? And do you think that this is just new age slavery? Because that's what I honestly believe right now is going on. I feel like what's going on in the hip hop industry is that you have certain artists who are so scared to go against the grain because what the industry tells them is, be a good house nigga. We're going to give you a couple of chains. We're going to give you a couple of cars to drive. We're going to let you brag like you got it. But you better go along with the motherfucking dialogue. All right? Stick to the script, bitch. And you know what that means? That means I want you talking about your pussy. I want you talking about sex. I want you exploiting your body. And you better not go off that motherfucking script. Because this is the movie role I placed you specifically for. All right? And if you go against that, your ass got to go, nigga. Now, niggas might say, huh? What you mean? What you mean? We got artists like Rap City. Let's talk about Rap City. How the fuck does Rap City put out one of the most potent albums who basically went against this narrative? She spoke about all this shit and broke it down and went off script, right? She didn't even get a motherfucking nomination for the Grammys. They didn't even acknowledge her motherfucking album, my nigga. And there's nobody in this world can tell me that album is not Grammy worthy. If not, the best album that came out. You know what I'm saying? How did that not even get Grammy nominated? You know why? Because Rap City is a field nigga. I'm a field nigga. And what I realized about us field niggas is we go off script. We are not sticking to the script, so they do not want us even to be in any type of conversation. Because if we get in a conversation, you know what that leads to? That disrupts the whole, basically the whole scheme that they got going on, which is be a good house nigga and talk about the things that we're allowing you to talk about. And you dummies can keep saying shit like, music is not that influential. Music is just... Okay, so if that's the case, why don't we have any other people like Rap City? Why is there only damn near one Rap City? And yeah, you might have like somebody like No Name. She's from Chicago. She talks about real shit. But I don't hear her. The only reason we hear Rap City like that is because she still has Ninth Wonder behind her. Which Ninth Wonder he still has some power behind him. But at the end of the day, it ain't enough to change the shit that's going on right now currently, which is dumbing the females down. The females have to rap about this shit. That's why all of these motherfuckers is field niggas. I mean, house niggas in my mind. All of these chicks that's in the game right now, mainstream, they are house motherfucking niggas. Be a good house nigga. Go fetch me that. It's no difference than slavery back in the day where you had certain slaves who were tired of what was going on. And they said, yo, we gotta get away from this. We gotta break away from this shit. Let's go. Let's go do something. No, we can't go do nothing. If we go do something, we gonna get killed. They gonna kill us. They gonna hang us. We can't do that. I'm comfortable being in the house. My master treats me good. That's what they saying now currently. My master lets me drive a couple of whips. He gives me chains. He makes me feel good. You could go run away. That's what's going on. How do you niggas not see it? Like, I don't get it. And you got niggas like myself. You got niggas like Immortal Technique. And the only reason I say it's like, because people say, what about Cole and Kendrick? Yo, I don't know how many times I could break this down to you. Their message is not cutting through enough. That's why they could say these things. Because you gotta sprinkle just like, and also you gotta equate that to these motherfuckers already established such a cult following, but they're not disrupting what's going on. They're really not, yo. Because trust me, them niggas would be silenced. Are there house niggas and are there field niggas currently? And is this new age slavery? Do you think, or am I just bugging?